A little while ago, I was asked to look at White Ribbon, which is apparently, according to their website, the world's largest movement of men and boys working to end violence against women and girls, promote gender equity, healthy relationships, and a new vision of masculinity. And they say they work to examine the root causes of gender-based violence and create a cultural shift that helps bring us to a future without violence. Which, when I read it, set off warning bells immediately. And like most of these kinds of movements or organizations, there's some stuff in there that's fine. And their goal, who's gonna say, no, I want violence against women, I want people to get raped. But when you look at precisely what they're doing, and when you look at the media they're producing, there are some glaring issues. And in this video, we're going to just be looking at their Draw the Line campaign. For example, check this out. Your friend says you need to keep your pimp hand strong when dealing with women. Do you laugh? Probably not, honestly. But not because I think it's unacceptable, just because it's not exactly a killer one-liner, is it? Unless it's presented like this. It's like when someone says, "Don't laugh." And then the accompanying explanation is, sexual exploitation is a reality in Canada. Learn how jokes reinforce a culture of violence that compromises the safety of women and girls. And they explain that jokes reveal the truth, and if someone tells a joke like that, you should report them to someone. Did I mention this is Canadian? This is Canadian, which is why I'm finding it hard to be terribly shocked. But a line from elsewhere in this project's materials almost got me. When we ignore harmful jokes, we create an environment where demeaning words can turn into sexual violence. Knock knock. Who's there? No, Diane, don't play his game. Stop, he's a predator. If you finish it, he'll have his way with you. Alright, this isn't why I've made this video though. I came across something slightly older that they made. Something from 2014.
White Ribbon presents The Adventures of Consent Man, featuring Dick and Diana. Faster than a speeding bullet. A powerful force for good.
The whole idea of this is to teach you consent outside of sex. But there's a problem. Besides the agonizing cringe your face is now contorted into, most of what they show in this series, yes, they made this into a series, makes no sense.
There are times in life when we really need to talk about consent. Like now, for instance. Because Dick is a fish out of water. Does Diana still think Dick is such a great catch? Will this relationship stay afloat? Consent. Make sure it's the real thing.
This is what the people who want to change culture make and think is good. This is their didactic art. And they've made about 12 scenarios to teach you with, but I'm only going to show you one more. My favorite. The Guide to Hoverhanding.
There are times in life when we really need to talk about consent. Like now, for instance. Because Dick could end up out of the picture. Before you make a move, ask for consent. Start the conversation. We need to talk about consent and where to draw the line.
Honestly, I think he's still a bit too pushy there. You really need explicit verbal consent before you hover too. In the past, I've joked about annexing Canada, and now I really regret that. If you are a Canadian watching this, I apologize, because actually, I've realized your country needs to be nuked. But, as usual, that's just another one of my harmful opinions.